Good afternoon, everyone. Jonathan Davis here with Davis Auto Sports. We are presenting to you a Jeep that we know very, very well. We just sold this Jeep about 3, maybe 4 months ago to a good buddy of ours. I'll go ahead and go over the Jeep with the way we sold it 3 or 4 months ago, and then I'll go over some things that were just done since then. And so a good buddy of mine, he's an absolute car nut. He bought this Jeep from us, long story short, 3 or 4 months ago, put in another $10K into it, and literally came by the dealership the other day, saw a M6 that he wasn't even in the market for, and started it up and just had to have it. So this was one vehicle that he decided to trade back in. So it's a Polar Edition, obviously JKU, color match everything, fully loaded from the factory, top of the line everything. Gorgeous Jeep. He bought it with just at 49,000 miles, and at that time he bought it with the full suspension system that we did. So it's a Rubicon Express suspension system we did, Fox Reservoir front and rear shocks, 20 by 12 wheels, Trail Grappler 35 12.5 20s. All the steering obviously has been upgraded, track bar, all that good stuff. At that time, we had the bumper installed, the winch, which has never been pulled out, and we actually had some, I actually took these off to check on them. We had some IPF lights on the front, which I'll tell you about the KCs later. We had the truck light LEDs, and we had the front windshield light bar up there as well. And so that's the way we went ahead and sold it. I'll give you a quick glance of, the body on this thing is literally flawless. It's in perfect condition. You're not going to find another JK this nice, this clean. It is absolutely incredible, brand new looking. I don't think there's one single dent or ding. If there is a scratch, it's a small, faint scratch that is not noticeable at all. This thing is truly, truly mint. Literally as perfect as a Jeep as you're gonna find. So he bought the Jeep from us less than 1,500 miles ago, about 3 or 4 months ago, and he had every intention I don't know why to keep it for a long time. He can't keep anything, and he's always modifying stuff. He's one of those guys, but great guy, by the way. But so he bought it for 42 grand. The way it was just described, and he spent another 10 grand. Steadicam is dying, so bear with me. Let me pull this off. Just bear with me, guys. These robots are freaking out. All right, going old school, baby. So like I said, paid about 42 and change for it. When he got it, a buddy of his has a really big audio sort of shop in town. So he upgraded the full audio system to a really, really nice system that sounds absolutely amazing. But full Sony head unit, upgraded speakers throughout. So these are upgraded Alpines, upgraded speakers in the back, amp, backup camera, obviously, Bluetooth, all that good stuff. But full audio system. He also did 3M tint all the way around, and it's authentic 3M. I don't know if you're seeing that. I'm sure you're seeing a blur, but that's 3M tint all the way around. That is the best tint out there. Very pricey stuff, and that's on every single piece of glass all the way around. I'm going to turn this off as I walk around. 50,462 miles, and this thing is a absolute puff of a Jeep. It is flawless. He is OCD with everything. He doesn't buy anything unless it's of this quality. And like I said, he had zero intention. He just dropped 10 grand on stuff of trading it in. Came by here on a limb, saw the M6, which is highly modified, It's actually on the website still if you want to take a look at it. It's the gray one with the 21-inch three-piece forged wheels, tuned up, exhaust, everything. So he did the full sound system, full tent. He did the aluminum hood latches. It had the factory hood latches. He wasn't crazy about the IPFs, even though it's a good brand. They were halogen, so these are actually LED. I think they look better without the grill, personally. Just as just sort of an old school looking grill, in my opinion. So these were like $500 or $600 KC LED lights. He did those. He did brand new. Not sure why. There was really nothing wrong with them, but he did upgraded rotors and pads all the way around. He wasn't crazy about how the Jeep stopped. Most of his cars are high performance vehicles, so he's not used to driving a JK with large wheels and tires. So upgraded the brakes, and these things grab really, really good. I mean, you hit the brakes and they grab. So rotors, pads all the way around. He also did upper and lower ball joints. One of the axle seals had a little bit of seepage, so we did that on us, and we also went ahead and replaced the other axle seal. New lower ends were done on the tie rod bar as well. So he spent a bunch of money on just stuff that wasn't necessarily needed. Here's another thing that he did. If you look at the pictures on the website that we're just simply reposting, that's why we're actually shooting this video, is because of these changes. Condition wise it's the same, but the pictures on our website have the factory bumper. So he had us install this bumper and also some high-end LED tail lights as well. And there's some other things, I just sort of forget what they are, but essentially bumper, lights, tent, full sound system, amps, speakers, head unit, all the brakes, the lights, all that sort of stuff. So just spent right at like $9,700 on it, and just traded it back in on the M6. So I just wanted to give you guys a video of the updated parts that are on here. Gorgeous Jeep, drives out 100%. Everything works perfectly. More than up to date on all the services. Complete turnkey. Also did all the fluids in it as well. So diff fluids, oil, all that stuff. So this thing is absolutely turnkey. And I know I showed you guys the inside, but I'll show you the rest of it. I mean, this thing is super spotless. He doesn't have any kids. And everything he has is super nice. Our type of customer. Just a super, I mean, it's hard to come across these JK, especially a Polar Edition with these miles. Another thing he added was a camera, nice and tucked away where it should be. So that's it, guys. Super nice Polar Edition, 50,000 miles, high-end stuff, Fox reservoir shocks all the way around. Just a super clean Jeep. With all that said, if there's anything you want us to add to the Jeep, let us know. It doesn't need anything at all. So that's it. Hope you guys have a good weekend. Take care.